As a young model, my confidence was tugged at and pulled in all different directions. I struggled to achieve true confidence. I was already labeled the fat model, the girl who was pretty for a big girl. Only 2% of women find themselves beautiful. 2%. I felt freed once I realized I was never going to fit a narrow mold that society wanted me to fit into. It's true. I honestly love my cellulite, my rolls, the inner part of my thighs that jiggle and touch. It's gorgeous. We need to start looking beyond the exterior of a woman, and we need to start looking at her for what she's doing, who she is, because I, like so many young women, struggled to love the woman I saw inside of the mirror because of society's narrow vision of beauty. It's true, I wasn't able to love and embrace my hips and my weird shaped butt and the cellulite on my thighs, and I wasn't. Not until I loved the woman within. And once that happened, my career, my success, my drive, it all began to follow. I became my own role model. No one else was to have that job. My body, like my confidence, has been picked apart, manipulated, and controlled by others who didn't necessarily understand it. And once I reclaimed ownership over my body, I understood that there was a greater purpose as a woman. Never let anybody tell you you can't. I have achieved and I am still achieving what was seemingly impossible. Be real. Be authentic. Be your favorite kind of woman. Don't let anybody else take that job. And remember, you are bold, you are brilliant, and you are beautiful. There is no other woman like you because you are your own kind of woman. If anything, remember this: be you.
Do the thing you're afraid to do. Do it. It's not about feeling confident about going into the situation. It's not about knowing that it's going to work out. It's not about having the most detailed plan for how this thing will happen. It's about doing it. Courage. Courage is what you will experience and what you will grow when the doubt is there, but you do it anyway. So your problem isn't doubt. Your problem is courage. Doubt is going to be there, but doubt gets out of the way when you express courage, right? Doubt is like it's burned off by courage. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, do the thing and you will have the power. We're waiting for the power. We're waiting not to self-doubt any longer, right? Whatever it is that you're deciding that you want to do with yourself, that you're doubting your ability on, just do it. That's another thing that you've got to get through your mind, is that success is not doing the right thing, and it definitely isn't doing the right thing the first time. Success is having the courage to move in the direction of your dreams, move in the direction that your heart is taking you. That is what success is, as you are progressively realizing that thing. People think success is, I've got a plan and I go and work out that plan. It never, ever works that way. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy goal. But progressive realization means that you're doing things that you don't know how to do. You're stepping out in faith. You're being courageous. Your self-doubt will step out of the way.
Every person on this planet has the same 24 hours every day. The only difference is we don't know how many 24 hours we have left. We don't know how much days we are able to stay on this earth. And I'm not saying this to depress you. I'm saying this to inspire you to make the most out of your time, out of your precious 24 hours. Just do what's necessary to gain the most out of these 24 hours every day, day after day, as long as you can. There is no guarantee any one of us will be alive tomorrow, so make the most out of it today. Don't procrastinate and say you will start tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. Make it now. Start now. Because those 24 hours you have right now, this day, will decide your very future. Choose the rope because he was so afraid of the unknown, even though he would have gained freedom by following the path of fear. He would have lived by only accepting the fear and walk through that door side by side. See, fear is like gravity. It always wants you to take the path of least resistance and always downhill. And as you cannot fight gravity, you cannot fight fear. Stop acting like fear is your enemy. Like gravity, it can kill you, but we could not live without it. Fear is not evil. Fear only shows you where your weakness is and tells you what your path uphill should look like. Try to understand your fears and build your world with it. Try to build your airplane so you can fly despite of fear. Don't start a fight you cannot win. And don't punish yourself for being afraid. Everyone is. Everyone has their personal demons to overcome, and everyone has to find the tools to build the airplane. So start out today by listening to your fear and shake its hand to build a better future together. Find the courage to research the things you are afraid of. Build up hope by imagining your perfect future and take a step of faith in the direction your fear wants to lead you. And most importantly, be grateful for what you already have. Write it down and remind yourself daily to be grateful for your life. Day after day, embrace your fears, develop a sense of purpose and build up the tools to build the airplane. You will fly over every obstacle in the future and fear will be your navigator. And the day will come when you can leave the airplane and fly with the wings fear will create for you. But it's a question we should ask ourselves too. According to the United Nations, 800,000 people commit suicide every year. This is one person every 40 seconds. So by the end of this video, 4 people will have committed suicide. And I'm not a specialist in any case or here to judge those people. But I have to ask myself, how is it possible that we live in one of the safest times in human history, though more people die by their own hands than by natural disaster and armed conflict combined? Seeing this really made me think about what happiness truly is and how to be happier. First of all, most of us confuse happiness with fun. To be truly happy, we have to reduce the amount of short-term happiness or fun to a minimum level. If it's easy to start and gives you immediate joy, it's not lasting for very long. Happiness is seeing the world for what it really is, looking at the good sides and be grateful for them, acknowledging the bad ones and ask yourself if you can change it or accept it. You cannot chase happiness because it's always within yourself. Stop looking at it as something outside of yourself you have to achieve. Stop running after your own shadow. The first step to be happy is to decide you are. And yes, there will be hard days. And and there will be even harder ones. And it's your right to be pissed off sometimes. But let me ask you something. Has your period of anger ever changed something for good? Wouldn't it be easier to decide to be happy, no matter what happens to you? Acknowledge life with all its color, with the broken heart, with goals to set, with hope and death, with tears and smiles. Not giving up on being happy and face the bad days with a grin. Stop chasing something you can't create. Stop chasing happiness, but decide to be happy. And stop keeping it for yourself. Spread it with everyone around you. Give a smile and ignite the fire. And all together, we have the chance of reducing 800,000 to a world with hope.